Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I was at a party at 50 Cent house, and I had an argument with my girl that turned physical. And, you know, when you're a passionate person, man, you inspire passion in women. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they get overly passionate and they get out of pocket, you know. And that's what it was. It was, you know, it was something that happens between people that, because we happen to be famous people and happen to be at somebody's famous house, got blown completely out of proportion, you know. But it was, you know, it was a domestic situation that any real dude go through, and I think that you know, it's more like you're more like a real dude to go through that than you are to be talking about it on the internet.
There's a big divide right now between the so-called real hip hop heads and the hipster world, and you know, to outsiders, the hipster world has sort of really embraced you. Positive or negative? Talk about that whole situation.
It's all positive. You know, the words like hipster is a word that's created by a man with an idea on it. Why would I concern myself with the word? Do I like the music? Hey, if the people over there that they say are quote unquote hipsters and they like my music, peace. If the people are here country fans and they like my music, peace. Fuck a divide. There is no divide. This is what the staff represents. The end of the divides. End of the divides.
Now I'm gonna promote barbershop talk right now.
Let's
about now, J Electronica is holding a staff with the American Bald Eagle, and the American Bald Eagle constitutes everything that's wrong in this country and oppression against the black man and you know, systematic abuse. Why are you holding a staff with the American Bald Eagle?
Hey, because I've been here 1,000 years before America was here. The eagle don't belong to America. The eagle belonged to me. The eagle belonged to you. America didn't create no eagles. So what? They put my bird on their emblems and their symbols. Cool, you could use that for a little while, but it's mine and I'm taking it back.
You know, KRS was, you know, one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Like, you can't front. You know, like back in the days, you know, I listened to you know, the Juice Crew, and I would listen to KRS. I love KRS, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to diss like the Red Alert side of the, you know, with the KRS and the. I like the Juice Crew better, but KRS as a man, like he could. I don't know if all of the natives could fuck with the Juice Crew. Like, we used to have arguments about this, but I knew KRS could battle all the motherfuckers.
Who's better, KRS or Kane?
KRS will battle all the motherfuckers.
If Sean Price was not a rapper, what would be your dream job?
I don't know what my dream job would be, but I would definitely be a mortician. I actually was going to college taking it up, and then I got a record deal, so I'll probably be a mortician, real talk.
Do you think the Papoose Remy Ma marriage will last?
Man, Papoose from around for my hood, man, I can't, I mean, I can't put the guard on blast, you know what I mean? I don't even know if that's true.
You know, one quote that he said from this whole situation with Fat Joe, he said, I'm a Brooklyn cat. I stood up, I did what I had to do. Who's lying?
Once again, like Pat from my hood, you know what I
mean? Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest, you know, in Hollywood they say Kevin Bacon. There's 6 degrees of separation with everybody in the industry with Kevin Bacon. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is the Kevin Bacon of hip-hop. Ladies and gentlemen, the super rockin' DJ Clark Kent.
Wow,
thanks for being on the ground.
That was a very, very, very big intro. I hope I live up to it.
All right, now we got it clear. Now back to the Kevin Bacon thing. I'm going to prove my point. First of all, as a shorty, your father was friends with Kool Herc.
Yeah.
And you grew up as pretty much like a 9-year-old checking out Kool Herc and talk about that experience.
I mean, that experience, I mean, I don't know if we could actually call it an experience. That's just what we lived. You know what I'm saying? My uncle was a DJ. He was cool with him. And whatever he DJ'd around, whoever he DJ'd with or whatever was happening, I was made privy to it. So I was just lucky.
Right.
I don't know. We weren't living in it like it was an experience. We were living in it like it was the moment.
Right.
Unlike how you have cameras and internet and iPods and all kinds of crazy stuff now to record every moment and photograph every moment and then blog every moment. We didn't have it. We were just living.
Right.
So the experience was the moment. I mean, and it was cool because it's what we wanted to do.
Of course, Dana Dane's DJ. At a time when it really, I mean, like you said, hip-hop wasn't accessible like that. It really meant something to be a DJ for an artist. Talk about, was that one of your favorite times in hip-hop?
Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite times in hip-hop because it was fun. I mean, yeah, we were making some money, but it was more about the fun. It was more about every artist who was doing something and doing it right and getting money for doing it was special. Like, there was a reason why Dana Dane was accepted. There was a reason why Run DMC was accepted. Everybody had their own thing. Now it's like almost everybody's the same guy.
Right. Of course, Jay-Z. Yeah. Affiliations. Talk about your affiliations with Jay-Z and your influence, and the Reasonable Doubt album, of course, that you...
I met Jay when he was very young. We were all very young. Jazzo introduced me to it. This is before Dana Dane. And when I heard him, I said he was the best I ever heard. And this is 15 years old. And I would always hold that in the back of my mind. So when I got the ability to sign artists and do things like that at a record company, the only artist I ever wanted to sign was him. Right. So I went back to go look for my friend. Wow. And when I got him, the label didn't want to let me sign him. Right. So it was, let's do it ourselves. And you see what happened. Crazy. And of course, Brooklyn's Finest. Brooklyn's Finest is the night that Jay-Z met Biggie. Crazy. Right. Clark Kent did that. You see what happened with that. Am I right or wrong? Your first big hit was Get Money with Junior Mafia? No. What was your first? Get Money. That's a lot of misconception. Okay. I mixed the record, but I mixed the whole album. So I was associate executive producer of that album too. My first big hit record was Troop Spread My Wings. What record was it? Wow, you did Troop Spread My Wings. Yeah. I've done a lot of records. Wow. But, you know, in the hip hop game, I made way more records before that. And you know, Junior Mafia was a really good stepping stone, but Jay-Z was, to me, the most important music I made. That and Sky's the Limit with Biggie. 50 Cent? Yeah. Wow, you know a lot, huh? Well, 50's... And that was right after you got shot. I was the first person to take him in the studio. We did a song called the F You song. I don't know if I can say that on here. Yeah, you definitely. We made a song called the Fuck You song, when nobody would touch 50. And he was my man from before that. Jam Master Jay introduced me to 50 when he was a youngin'. And I always knew that he made good records. So after it happened, he was still my man regardless of what happened or what beef he had or who he had the beef with. I mean, you know, I'm a producer and I love music, so it's about the good record. So I called him, I'm like, come on, let's do this record. And nobody wanted to touch him. Right. But again, like I said, I don't care about your beefs. You make good records and I can work with you, I'm going to do it. Right. And the actual song was about to be on an album that I was going to make for myself. Wow. So instead, I just was like, here, take the record, do what you want with it. And it's funny because that's the record that jumped off 50 back in the streets. Then came Wankster, and then, but he'll tell you the record that got him back into it was that Fuck You song. And it was so hard that, you know, it worked out. Right. Okay, and we can go on and on, Mariah Carey, this and that, but we're going to switch, because you wear several... I like this guy. The lover boy thing, yeah.
When it comes to hip-hop,
it's Clark Kent, man.
Boston, this is hip-hop in Boston right now.
Well, KRS was my man at the time, so it wasn't no thing about no beef with KRS. Scott LaRock was my man, KRS, recipe Scott LaRock. So it wasn't no beef, it was they had a beef with them. Well, they even though some dudes called Nakim and Nakim that y'all probably never heard of, they came out and tried to diss me. But I came out with Nobody Beats the Biz, that's why you never heard of them. And it's history.
Looking back, when you guys were full of piss and vinegar, and you are the KRS, this running the hip-hop diaspora of the world, did it ever really come like, yo, we're going to see these cats? I mean, was it ever?
Only maybe for the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, like when I first answered them with South Bronx, it did get kind of hateful because it was this. I was the bully. I initiated the battle. Right. So they're like, yo, who the hell is this? You don't call another man out. You know, like, I'm calling dudes out by name.
And not only that, you're taking on the whole Juice Crew. I mean, it was just...
It was crazy. Yeah. Well, that's me. And that's what it was. But it was only like 2 weeks. Maybe a month, two months went out. We saw each other. We started getting money. And I tell you the truth, I mean, that's what really is supposed to cure poverty. You know, I'm sorry, cure violence. Poverty, violence is caused by poverty. Right. One of the reasons violence is caused, social violence, is through poverty. Right. And one of the reasons we didn't get into that bang bang is because we started getting money. Right. And we were satisfied with that. We was like, yo, you know, I'm not trying to take from you, you're not trying to take from me. And then on top of that, they were also having success. See, keep in mind, most people equate the Juice Crew just with the Bridge Wars, what is called the Bridge Wars. But But in actuality, Roxanne Shante was a huge star then. MC Shan was huge. Biz was huge. Craig G, Marley, Cool G, how can you forget Cool G Rap? And Marley on the radio with Magic, holding down a station. These guys were the premier hip hoppers of the day. So just because KRS was battling, that didn't stop anything. Big Daddy Kane still dropped Long Live the Kane and wrote Shantae's diss to me. You know, so after a while, we jumped on the same tour bus together. I remember me and Kane and Schoolie D and Biz and Shantae, all of us on the same tour bus, cracking jokes on each other. I mean, brutal. You know when you get dudes in a bus and you got Biz snapping? KRS dissed you. Why didn't you answer him? I'm on the bus, Shan on the bus, we all on the bus, and they dissing. But it was family. It got to the point when we got off the bus, I tell you, we was ready to take a bullet for each other. And that's the way it's been for 20 years. So Hip Hop Lives was sort of like the final...
full circle.
Full circle joint.
First of all, there's some questions. As far as your involvement, you were in a group called The Pack. Is it these cats that we know as The Pack? Or was it another pack? And the second thing is, these cats got your name in their mouth, man. They shouting you out saying that Lupe Fiasco doesn't skateboard. Address the Pack thing, man.
Well, like I started a group, was in a group called The Pack back in like 2000. We signed to Epic Records. I like The Pack, you know. I like them. You know, I skate. You know, I probably can't skate better than Tony Hawk, who I'm very good friends with. But you know, I get down, but I'm not here to prove myself to be a skater. Let's get on the mic or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I like The Pack.
When the Gravediggers came out, y'all were really on some revolutionary shit, but the floodgates opened after you, and horrorcore was all over the place. How did you feel about that as far as the floodgates opening? Did you feel like, oh, all these motherfuckers are biting us? Or did you feel proud that you gave birth to a movement?
Well, actually, you know, before we even got picked up by G Street, we shopped a demo for like a year. So it's funny, we got turned down by a lot of labels. I go on.
Name them.
Jive turned us down.
They didn't think Gravediggers would sell.
Def Jam turned us down. Tommy Boy turned us down.
Good look, Russell.
You know, there was and that's why the Flatliners came out. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's a lot of offshoots, which was kind of messed up because they wouldn't sign us, but they would sign the Flatliners. Or they wouldn't sign us, but they signed, I don't know, I forgot who else was that. Half Pit, Half Dead, and all these other people.
What was the articulate reasoning for these labels turning you down when you were the Gravediggers?
A lot of them said that back then they said we were old school and our careers were over. So, meaning the RZA, because he had We Love You Rakim back then. Fruquan, who was in Stetsasonic, myself, who was in Stetsasonic and in De La Soul, and Poetic, who did God Made Me Funky. So it's like, oh, those guys, they're playing, nobody wants to see them, blah, blah, blah. And it's hard, man.
Did you guys ever have a legitimate discussion, like, these record labels are turning us down, maybe this Gravediggers shit isn't going to work out?
Well, like I said, it was a year shopping, and I remember it was literally like I said, yo, okay, after this week, you know, if it doesn't happen, because RZA started working on putting Wu-Tang together and starting getting a Protect Your Neck single together, and, you know, Poetic had a job at a bakery or whatever, and I was like, yo, if it doesn't happen within this week, we'll just drop it. And as you know, as God is all powerful, within that week, literally, we got a call from G Street. So go figure. You know, if that hadn't happened, I don't think we would just went our separate ways.
I want to thank you for coming on undergroundhiphop.com, and please continue working with weirdos and stepping the fuck out the box and innovating shit. We really appreciate. Salute, man. You're a definite favorite of ours, man. Undergroundhiphop.com. Prince Paul, any last words?
You know what? You could download other people's music, just buy mine.
But was there a turning point that you can put your finger on that made you decide to start rapping for the Lord?
Yeah. And the reason was this. The last Ghetto Boy show I did on the foundation, we was in Indianapolis. And we were doing When It Get Gangsta. and this kid got stomped in the audience and almost died, and I stopped rapping my verse and made them turn the light on to help the kid in the audience. Come to find out he was the promoter's nephew from college, dancing, throwing up signs like the videos, didn't know what he was doing in the wrong place. And at that moment I realized that it's like what Shakespeare said, if music be the food of love, then play on. But if it's the food of hate, and it's the food of discontention, if it's the food of misconception and violence and aggravation, then it's not the right kind of music to play on, when music's supposed to be for entertainment purpose, not to incite riots or violence, but just to entertain. At that moment I knew there had to be a better way. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I got inspired by God, got around the right people, Trey Nine from Much Love Studios, and then when I saw what he was doing with SOM, Soldiers on a Mission, I was like, well, you can rap and talk about things that you know. I've been to Bible school, I know about God, and to take what I know about the street and what I know about God and put it together and give people food for thought and spiritual soul food, then, you know, you can't go wrong from there, because it's longevity music, it's not seasonal.
Now, of course, just off the bat, I mean, when people hear Bushwick Bill from the Ghetto Boys is doing music, religious music, of course, right away, oh man, that shit is whack. He must have, you know, whatever. You must experience a lot of frustration in facing that. How do you expect to sell records and sort of convert people to take it seriously?
Well, basically, it depends on who's listening. And I believe that if I could rap about sex, violence, and killing, and didn't know if people would listen to me do a song called Chucky talking about I want seafood, so I fished in a child's head. I'm talking about killing kids on Ghetto Boy albums. I didn't know nobody would listen to that, but they did. So I believe if I'm speaking positive and I'm speaking spiritual life and vitality in my lyrics, speaking words of life, then there's got to be people that's sick of the rigmarole and just want something that they could sit down with their children and discuss. I'm just going to let y'all know, when it comes to music, I believe as long as you put your heart in it, like when I did with the Ghetto Boys, people listen. So I'm not really worried about what people think is whack or accepted, because they thought when I was rapping with the Ghetto Boys about raping women and killing kids and shooting up everything. I mean, how many people can you shoot on a record? I believe I did a lot. So basically, I know you're going to love the music when you hear it, because it's music. And it's all about making it legible and understandable on an intellectual musical level. So if you like to get high, listen to my music, because it's going to take you to the next level.
When I was coming out here, Necro, a lot of cats were saying, oh my God, you're interviewing this cat. Yo, be really careful. He's going to fucking steal on you. He's an animal. He's crazy. But let me ask you, how much of a crazy guy are you, and how much of a calculated businessman are you?
I'm like this, man. See, I follow a code of the streets. I don't follow the code of the industry. So, like, if you're going to fuck with my rep, I'm going to forget everything else I'm doing, and I'm going to fucking call up Hyde, or I'm going to call up Bill, or I'm going to call up Ming, or I'm going to call up Regime, I'm going to call up my peoples, and we're going to come see you. I'm not on record. Like, I'm not going to be in the studio writing about you. That shit is kind of gay. That's like you're in a love romance with a dude writing about him. You know what I mean? I fell into that trap once where I had to battle Craig G because he dissed me on the underground, and I went into that trap because I didn't want to have to go fuck up a legend. So basically, a lot of dudes who talk shit, they don't know me. When you get to know me, you get to know that I'm a real dude. You know what I'm saying? What up, Holmes? Alright? I'm Necro, man. We doing an interview, Holmes. Nigga, if you don't see me on stage when I'm rhyming and I'm doing my shit, and some dude is walking up, and you know, you saw this dude was walked up right now, I said, what up, homie? He would have been like, what's pop off? He would pop off. But if this dude would have came over...
I don't give a fuck. The reason why I approach, you're in my block, my nigga. I mean, nothing pops out here unless I say so.
This is my block, though. This is New York City. Yeah, this is my block. This is Brooklyn, New York, homeboy. Whatever. New York City's my hood, home. Let's just keep it real, man. Hip-hop has never seen no motherfucker like Necro. You know what I mean? A white, Jewish, Brooklyn kid from Brooklyn, grew up in the projects. You don't see it because the media don't want to show it. You know, you really want to take it further? You know what I'm saying? Where's the Latin kids? Where's the Latin kid from Bronx right now blowing up? Where's the Puerto Rican kid from Corona? You know what I mean? Why does everybody in hip-hop suck Italians' dicks for gangster shit? Everybody want to be Gotti, but an Italian youth is considered a wannabe? How the fuck is he a wannabe? He's the son of a Gotti. And you suck Gotti's dick. You know what I mean? So basically shit is all backwards. You feel me?
Now, I I want to clear shit up over here because my man is over here, and you mentioned this is your block and all that. But in hearing what NECRO has just said, can you understand that maybe you and him got something in common as far as you?
I agree with him, actually.
Yeah, you agree?
I agree with him. A lot of motherfuckers be talking about, you know what I mean, that they're all about bodies and they ain't no doing a motherfucking thing, bro.
Right.
You know
So don't you?
real things, bottom line, dude.
Real people do real things. Don't you find it a little curious that originally y'all had a little friction when actually y'all probably see eye to eye on a lot of shit?
That's why I was just listening to.
And that's what it is. Alright, and that's what it is. And real recognize real.
It's titled There's Only One, and hopefully it'll take me to that next step.
Okay, let's see how they do. What is the name of the next project?
Pure, yeah.
Okay, there's only one. All right, both of you turn around and touch your toes immediately. That's your blondes, is that?
Yes, you gotta give us a break. Okay.
What's the capital of Detroit?
I have no clue. Texas,
okay. Michigan is actually no, it's fine. All right. Okay, Buff One. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Rascal.
That was an incredibly racist comment. We just, you thought he was Dizzy Rascal? Is that what you just said?
I saw Dizzy Rascal yesterday wearing the same outfit.
That's what the police always say. You fit the description. What did he have? Baggy jeans and a...
Paint me with that brush, please.
All right.
You know, how you feel about going out to Europe, how you received out there and all that?
I love it, you know what I'm saying?
How's it different from here?
It's very, very much different. It's a lot more relaxed, laid back. It's a lot more awareness globally, you know what I'm saying? And they really embrace the music that we make and create it, and they hold it sacred, you know what I mean? So when an artist like myself goes over there to perform or whatever, I've treated with the most respect, and it feels real good to have that respect because I've been doing this for a long time.
You're Ninth Wonder. Why don't you just do the layup and do a couple of Lil Wayne and 50 tracks and call it a day? Why? I mean, you can totally do that.
Well, I mean, I did one for Lloyd Banks, man. I mean, you gotta understand, man, that what ties us all together, man, ourselves, Lil Wayne, Jeezy, 50, what ties us all together is all black music, man. That's what's important to me. And I gotta do soul music, you know what I'm saying? And that it stretches among, even 50 got soulful tracks, Jeezy got soulful tracks, we got soulful tracks. That's what that's what all bounds us together, man. So that's why I've done a record in the same year. I've produced for Destiny Child and MOP in the same year because it's all black music, soul music to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's important.
That's you know what I'm saying. You hear what he said? I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right now, in myself, just to add on to what the brother said, right now, I study something called commonology, and that's the art of turning common sense into knowledge. So, you know, this is something that I find allows everything to exist. It's no matter what religion you belong to, no matter what race you belong to, no matter what creed you belong to, when you study the art of commonology, you're studying the art of what brings us all together in common. And although common sense is a sense we all have in common but not commonly used, we got to look at it like this. We want to live a stress-free life, man. And what keeps us still going as far as a unit in Duck Down in the hip-hop game right now is that Duck Down has always been about the future. I started out as a teenager in the game, and when I got on, my first movement was to bring on my brother and his brother, bring on his brother, and so forth and so forth. That is the formula to one of the...
Same formula as J.P. Morgan, my kids. The transcript, the blueprint, Wild Style, of course. We all studied it to death. I just gotta now, let's step back for all the cameras and all that bullshit. Let's take it back. The particular hotel scene. Right with the show.
At the house.
You on the bed, you got the dollar bed. Yeah, man.
Making the bees, man. You know,
What, the B? How much was that? Was all that scripted or was that off the top?
That was off the top. They said, hey, Busy B, now you know how you do, man. You go in the room, act crazy, do what you do, and you got some money. You always got some money, motherfucker. So do what you do. So I jumped on the bed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just say I started putting it together, and then when I thought about it, I said, fuck it, make a beat.
Did you understand at the time how monumental all that was, or were you just a kid trying to have fun?
I was just myself, having fun. Same thing I'm doing now, having fun, enjoying it, teaching the people and the new school artists about the culture of hip-hop. The culture of hip-hop is just peace, love, unity, having fun. If you can have peace of mind with unity, enjoy your life, of course, you're going to have fun.
Come on. Here we are, Manchester. What the fuck are y'all doing in Manchester, New Hampshire? Let me get to your man right here. There's not a lot of people that look like you guys in Manchester, New Hampshire.
All right, what I'm doing here, I don't know, I guess the money for working out here is okay. But the environment, the people, and who want to all be president, I ain't feeling it, so.
In New Hampshire, how much does an ounce go for?
An ounce go for New Hampshire? Dude, I've been out of that game for a long time.
And how do you feel about Vinny Paz of Jedi Mind Tricks dissing Bill Richardson?
Who?
Homer says what?
Ask the cops, they know.
All right, thank you very much. Where can I get an 8-ball from?
Where can you get an 8-ball from? Again, out of the game.
Okay. Are we in Manchester?
They're pushing us. I'm trying to get an interview. You're the people. This is your backyard.
That's a New Hampshire thing.
We can go wherever we want, son. We can do a snow angel if we want, man.
I'm a John Edwards man, and that's why we're doing
Yes. Just don't push me. Don't push me. All right, fine. All right, we're fine. All right. So here we are now. Talk about John Edwards. Will John Edwards stand for this?
John Edwards is for the person who's behind the camera and who's behind the mic.
That's
and
right.
behind this. Healthcare. We got to get people out of Iraq. There's 40. There might be only 20,000 dead according to them, but there's 50,000 injured and dying.
This is a public space, though. This is a public space. It's public domain.
Respect us. Right over here.
But we're also broadcasting as well.
You're being disrespectful. Over here.
How are we being disrespectful? We're here.
Your option is the police will come.
The police will come. This is a public space. We're covering the. They're standing in our shot right now. People will call you a hater. Lord Jamar or Grand Poobah.
Neither.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's all love here. We're both old ass motherfuckers. I'm looking at, I'm over the high. It's just real. I'm a frustrated ass old 30-plus-year-old DJ. Old ass motherfuckers, man. Hip hop sucks right now. Shit kind of sucks right now. Why do old motherfuckers like us still fuck with this shit?
Because I love this shit. I love this shit.
So you're not addressing the fact that you completely embody what the fuck all this fly by night shit is trying to emulate. I'm high right now. Yeah, I'm high right now, and I'm. Should I finish what the fuck you was talking about?
I've been hustling since niggas been busting guns and scuffling and jumping niggas over some coats. We played the S&S rooftop, Latin Quarter polo popes who hung out with all the apes and goats. Keep y'all right there, man. 100, word up, word up.
Yeah, this is Super Rockin' DJ On and On. We are in the middle of a Beanie Siegel takeover. And Beans, what I like to do when an international artist comes through is bring through some talent to spit for them. And it's not a battle. Just want to get your critique and see what you think about the local Boston talent. Tonight we're going to do a ladies edition, Beans.
Okay.
All right, so we have, I got 4 of the best Massachusetts female MCs to come through on the launch pad.
All right.
So who's going to set it off?
Let's hear that.
Lady Repo, Block 617. Shout out to Cambridge and the G3 fam all day.
All right, Beans. This is Lady Repo.
Let's get it.
Oxymoron, fat and starving. Lady Repo's in the game, bitch. Now it's a problem. Hold your fork tight and guard your plate. I flow lovely, far from a dummy and out on the straight. Ready to do whatever it take. If my niggas say get her, I'ma stand and deliver. I ain't saying y'all careers gotta end, but move the fuck over, bitches. I want in. I've been a mess since the days of Atari. Born to bring war, so my mom named me Army. 617, nigga, that's a known fact. Just cause them smash Benzino on a track, don't mean the bean gotta take a coffin for that. I bully my way in, holding Boston on my back. The game need me like dancers need feet, like Swisher need sweet, like shells need heat. I need dough like a pimp need hoes, like smokers need O's, or Africans need clothes.
Serenading Paul Wall on Paul Wall Day, a lady named On Your Mind, ladies and gentlemen. On Your Mind. Oh my. On Your Mind. Now, this is a huge opportunity. You're the only MC in Boston with the chance to rhyme in front of Paul Wall. How do you feel right now? You got to be feeling a little jittery.
Indeed, but still blessed. Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay.
And you know what? My boy Great Big back there, where's Great Big at? Great Big has his record label too, paid in full to put out my album, Get Your Mind Correct, and the Chick Magnet, and he is currently looking for artists to sign too. So
On Your Mind. You see what's happening? This thing writes, it says a fairy tale, okay? JCO, we have a Paul Wall instrumental. Again, you came, you're gonna... Someone might get signed tonight. Paul Wall, please, listen.
Okay.
On Your Mind, it's about you.
Alright.
Check the mic.
What? Sitting sideways, all up on your lap like you Santa Claus did on my wish list. Go and get the panties off. Fatty shake your tits on my panty bra. Sitting sideways, all up on your lap like you Santa Claus did on my panties off. Oh, fuck.
Be a little... Paul Wall is here, very exciting. All right, go ahead.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. Come on, y'all, give a round of applause.
Alright, yo, we sitting sideways, all up on your lap like you Santa Claus. Dick on my wish list, go and get the panties off. Playing patty cake, handprints on my panties raw, making fatty shake. I'ma do whatever daddy wants. I'ma do whatever daddy wants. Oh man.
Thank you for coming. As we continue on.
Just 17 years old, 15 years old, rhyming about keys. What? How you gonna talk about you getting crack money? Guys, it's not. You're not getting crack money in 2008. Ain't no crack money like that no more. That was 86. You ain't getting money like it's sneaker money you getting. You ain't no kingpin. You got about as much chance as being a drug don in these days as you got as being an NBA All-Star. Rappers, nah, we got to fake like we doing that all the time. That's how we really living it like that, and we not. And we selling it to the youth. And you got these shorties out here that don't know no better, Paul. Their situation is critical. And brothers be acting like they don't know what it is to be from the hood. Like you don't know what it is to be from the hood, Paul, and see somebody that look like you on the TV screen, that dress like you, and he doing it, and he getting it, and you not wanting to be like that dude? So when he faking or making a fool of himself or making a fool of you and me, come on, Paul. Come on, B. Come on. What is that, B? What is